Okay, so today we have Bad Manners and Just a Feeling. Now, we have a Top of the Pops, I do believe, some kind of performance anyway of this. And to be honest, the thumbnail got me from what Buster Blood Vessel looked like. I was like, I gotta check this one out. And I didn't really know what one to go with. I've done two reactions, of course, to Special Brew and Lip Up Fatty. So I'm loving what I've heard so far. Let's get into it, talk about it after. It is raining very hard. I don't know if you can hear that, but it's raining hard as hell. But anyway, here we go, if you hear anything.
Very good to know that grass skirts coming back again. Now here's a man with a wonderful suntan. It's Buster Blood Vessel, Bad Manners and Just a Feeling.
Gotta get into it.
It's been a week now since you went away. I hope that you have got to stay.
Oh, late.
It's not that I don't like you. You're alright. I just like to run my life. It's just a feeling.
You have to dance.
My flat was nice and tidy. Now it's not. I just don't seem to care a lot. I feel so good, I really feel at home. To sit in this all on my own. It's just a feeling. 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 It's always a problem when I talk to you. You make it so hard to get through. You thought that I should get a steady job. You couldn't see I'm just a yacht. I'm just a screaming. Just a feeling. 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 Just a feeling.
All right, there it is. Bad Manners and Just a Feeling. So, like I said off the top, what got me into this was the thumbnail of Buster Blood Vessel, and I mean, I can see why he chose that last name, unless it is his real last name. I don't think it is, but Blood Vessel. I mean, it looks like he's about to pop one, and I gotta say that too. I mean, from what the guy said introducing the band, you know, a man with a great suntan. I mean, I feel like you guys have said in the comments before. You talked about his look and how red he is. I don't know if it is a suntan or what was going on there. I mean, the sweat's just pouring off of him as well. I don't know if they were already doing songs or this was a set or what, but I mean, my God, just his energy. And I mean, obviously the rest of the band is so integral too, but just to talk about Buster right off the get-go, I mean, again, the guy who introduced him said Buster's name independently. But with Buster, I mean, his voice, he has a very, like, good reggae two-tone ska voice, of course, and that's so dull to say, but what I mean is his voice is very friendly. I mean, I like to use that word, but his voice, I mean, from his actions, from his his expressions, I mean, he looks scary. A lot of tongue action as well. The size of him as well. I mean, my God, I do believe he's gotten, you know, slimmer these days, but his size there, not only just talking about, you know, a bigger guy, whatever, but he looks intimidating as well. And it's just like, I don't want to run across, I would not want to run across Buster Blood Vessel in an alley back in 1980 here. But, so just everything about him. He looks agile though, too. His agility's off the chain. change just from his performance here. I mean, the bouncing up and down, he has so much energy. Like I was saying there again, his voice, it doesn't, I guess, always kind of fit maybe the mold you would think with his look, because again, his voice is just, it's popping, it's upbeat, it's so singable, you want to sing along with him, and it's just so easygoing, there's a breeziness to his voice, and yeah, just to say that, and like I said, I think a couple people, more than a few people anyway, talked about how their performances are, so much better to watch because you just get the energy from them, and yeah, you do. This was, like I said, this was so energetic. This was an urgent kind of a feeling song too. Although, their songs are fast hitting, from the two I've heard anyway. They are fast hitting, and Lip Up Fatty has been in my head for a while now. There can be more of a somber tone to this track because, of course, from the narrator's point of view, from Buster's point of view, whoever wrote it, I guess, life was down because of somebody he was around, if you want to say a girl or somebody, a roommate or whatever it is. Now they're gone away and now life is better. So there is a positive feeling about it at the end of the day, and I feel like that's what you always kind of get. Again, I have only done 3 songs by the band, but from what I've heard, you always kind of get a positive feeling out of it, and they're a band that makes you want to dance. And like I said, during the track, I don't know how you listen to this and you don't bob your head or you don't move your feet. I mean, you look at Buster and you look at everybody else in the band too, jumping around. And one thing you might miss because the band is jumping around so much and they're having so much fun is how tight they are. I mean, the brass section, the saxophones, however you want to put it, they were obviously an integral part of when Buster would take a break and you would hear the horn sounds, whatever you want to say. But they would take over and then Buster would come back in. Timing was impeccable here. You had the keyboards there too. I mean, I was counting every member. I was like, oh my God, I didn't even see the keyboardist behind Buster and the guitarist and stuff. But yeah, everyone was timely. I mean, again, you have 9 people or 10 people. I don't know how many I counted here. And I would imagine this was, lip synced and all that stuff. I don't know if they're actually playing their instruments here or whatever. But in real life or in the studio, obviously they were all there, I would suppose. And, but yeah, nobody really stepped on each other's toes. I really enjoyed the easygoing feel of the whole track. I mean, between the guitar work and especially the drum work, he was solid. He was tight as well. The harmonica from, I forget his name, but his name, and I would imagine it's again, that the last name, I don't know if it's his real one, but Winston Bazumis was on harmonica here, and he was bouncing right beside Buster, and just their energy, I can't say it enough, their chemistry was just off the chain one more time, as the kids used to say, and that harmonica work was just second level next to the vocals. I mean, that harmonica work really, led the song in a way too. But like I said, the solid drum work too, and I guess the drummer from what we saw in the video was on the backing vocals, and his voice was a bit eerie. I mean, again, you look at Buster and he looks eerie, but the voice from the drummer was more eerie than Buster's. But this whole band is just such a vibe, and they're just so out there. And I can only imagine what people thought. What people thought when they saw this performance, not only Buster, but everybody just having fun, making music and making good music that's entertaining too. They're all about entertainment too. So anyway, I want to talk about the personnel, and this is from the personnel on the album that this song is from, which was the second single off of this album, Looney Tunes, which is a great name for it. I love how, there's comedy to it, but they're not only a novelty act or comedy act, whatever. They have real talent, and you could tell that. Anyway, Buster Blood Vessel, like I talked about, he's on lead vocals here. Lewis Cook, but also went by Alfonso, was on guitar. David Farron, I want to say there, is on bass guitar. Martin Stewart on keyboards. Like I talked about, the keyboard work here was very vital to everything. But again, there's so many different things going on. Andrew Marson, yes, is on saxophone here. Paul Hyman, who went by Gus, is on trumpet. And Winston Bazumis is on harmonica and vocals. And like I talked about there, I don't see drummer or whatever in this personnel, but I apologize. Either way, there's so many different people in that performance, but the personnel on the album was a bit shorter, I do believe. But either way, like I said, it's just a vibe of a track, and I don't know. I mean, I guess, yeah, like I do, we get into these lyrics, and I do feel like the lyrics mean a lot here, because again, it's telling a story of how he's kind of he's dug himself out of this hole that somebody put him in. He's finally allowed to live his life his own way again. But I feel like it's more about the vibe, and it's more about the feeling you get from the music and what that makes you feel, and how it makes you feel kind of happy, and how it makes you feel jovial. But anyway, let's get into these lyrics. It's been a week now since you went away. I hope that you have gone to stay. And there's humor to the lyrics, but at the same point, he's being truthful, and it works. It's not that I don't like you, and he's being honest. you're all right. I just don't like, I just like to run my life. It's just a feeling. And again, whoever this is, whether it was a relationship or somebody he was staying with him, either way, he can now go back to running his own life. Again, obviously this guy does not like to be told what to do, and you can kind of understand that just from Buster himself. I mean, I don't know if this is a personal story or what, but it almost feels like it here. Then you have the second verse. My flat was nice and tidy. Now it's not. Again, he likes to, so I know it's itchy. He likes to live in his own maybe mess or whatever. He doesn't like to be all so tidy or whatever. He's more of a rebel, and we get into that more later on in the lyrics. I just don't seem to care a lot. I feel so good. I really feel at home now that I have my home back. Now that I don't have to care so much, and be somebody that I'm not, I guess, when you were around. I feel so good. I really feel at home. To sit and whistle on my own, it's just a feeling. And maybe he couldn't whistle before because it was annoying to the other person. Who knows? But at the same time, he can be who he wants to be now. And it's just a feeling. It's just a feeling. It's his feeling of being who he wants to be. And you have the chorus, just a feeling, just a feeling, just a feeling. And everyone's jumping around, having fun. My God. Yeah, the third and last verse, I do believe. It's always a problem when I talk to you. You make it so hard to get through. And again, it's just polar opposites from what we're hearing here between Buster or the narrator, whatever, and the other person. I mean, just two different planes, and nothing he couldn't get through to the other person. Obviously, you thought that I should get a steady job. You could see I'm just a skinhead. And I want to say about the skinhead part, because for me, skinhead is, I think about a rebellious person, but also racism comes into it. But I do believe skinhead, when it originated, was more just about a rebellious, independent kind of person who had shaved head like Buster did here, who was bald. And but then as it would go on, it became more associated with kind of people that were like that or whatever, but also were a bit racist and all these things. But anyway, back in the day, I do believe a skinhead was more, like I just said, more like a mod, as another UK term, or a rude boy, which came from, the whole reggae scene as well. So kind of in that context. And at the end of the day, just a rebel or somebody who just liked to be themselves. That's all I can keep saying there. But so yeah, just to clear that up anyway, because I know maybe nowadays if someone heard skinhead, they'd say, well, what the fuck? But yeah, I feel like back in the day, it didn't mean what it means today. But yeah. It's much of the same as the other verses there, and even though, again, I don't hate you in a way, but I don't want you around me. I don't want you living with me again, and I don't want you to tell me what to do or to get a steady job. And maybe he sounds like a lazy sod, but he likes it that way, and that's just who he is. Just respect me for that. And maybe he's annoying or lazy or doesn't pay his rent or whatever in the eyes of this other person, but that's just who he is. And don't change who I am. I'm just a yob, and he knows it. And so yeah, it's just, I love how unapologetically he is. Whoever he may be, whether, again, this is Buster talking about himself or what, but yeah, it's great. And then you have the chorus and the outro there, and I've already kind of talked about that. So yeah, I guess that's all. I mean, the song was like less than 3 minutes, but my God, it packs not really even a punch. It just packs almost a jamboree kind of feeling, and everyone bouncing around. It's so fun. I can't say it enough. And it brightens your day, makes you upbeat. I mean, it's 3 a.m. as I do this, and I'm kind of wide awake now. And that's part of the reason why I wanted to do another reaction to Bad Manners, because I knew they would get me going. So there you go there. I've enjoyed so much from what I've heard about two-tone ska and reggae, whatever you want to say, and I just love this sound, and I got to get back into other bands, like the Specials or the Selector, or whatever you want to have there, the Beat. I mean, all these bands, I got to react to more of them again, and here we are with Bad Manners anyway. So thanks for watching. Thanks for liking, subscribing, commenting, all those things. I really appreciate all the support, and I'll talk to you guys again soon.